Hi, I'm Bart Hanson. I'm the owner and lead instructor for CrushLivePoker.com. The following hand comes from our call-in show that we record at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time every Monday. If you want to call in your hand, check out the instructions in the video description.
Two, 3 blinds, 5 to go.
Yeah.
I actually said hello to you this weekend, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're that dude from, what's your name, Rick or Rich or something?
Yeah, Rick.
Wow.
Rick, yeah.
I'm usually not good with names, but all right, Rick, cool.
Not bad. All right, well, anyway, so it's a hand from that game. I'm 550 effective. Dylan has me covered.
Okay.
I'm on the button. There are a couple of limpers. I have on the button ace of hearts, jack of clubs, 6 of diamonds, 3 of spades, and I pot to 25.
You have ace of hearts, jack of clubs, 6 of diamonds, 3 of spades?
Yes.
So you don't have any suits, is that right?
You're correct. I'm a rainbow board, rainbow hand.
Yeah, I mean, people play that game so poorly, and they don't usually fold when they limp. I would just probably limp along here. This is not a great hand with no suits. And in big bet PLO8, I would just limp along. But all right, so you pot to what, 25?
To 25 and three callers.
So the limper's calling somebody in the blind, something like that?
Yes.
Big
correct.
blind, something?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go to the flop.
So flop is deuce of hearts, 5 of diamonds, 6 of hearts. So flop nut low, got shot to the wheel, not much else. Pair of 6s.
Right. You have the ace of hearts in your hand, though, right? That's a big deal.
Yes, I do have the nut flush blocker.
No, you can definitely drive this hand because you've got the ace of hearts in your hand, right? Like this is
yeah.
big bet PLO8, so that's really important because people can't really call with even if they have I've seen some really bad play in that game, but theoretically if somebody had ace 4 with a queen high heart draw, they're not supposed to call. You know what I mean? There's no way. So the fact that you have the ace of hearts here is a really, really big deal.
Yeah, exactly. So it gets checked around to me, and I go ahead and bet pot. So I bet 100.
Okay.
And one of the limpers calls, so we're heads up.
And that's the effective stack, he has you covered or whatever?
Yes, he has me covered.
Okay.
So then the turn is the queen of hearts.
So we're looking at about a pot of 300, something like that, right?
Yes, correct.
Turn is
so
the queen. Turn's the queen of hearts?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So he checks, and obviously I have still have the nut low, but really don't have any high to speak of. But again, with the nut flush blocker, I play this pretty aggressively because I would have been happy to just have a fold at that point and take the pot right there. So I bet pot.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think betting pot here is fine. I'm trying to think you have 400 left. The pot's 300. I mean, the thing is that it will sort of suck. It depends on the player too. I mean, you're not that deep. These guys are probably so bad you're not going to get him off of ace 3 if you run that often. Say some of the I would love this play against an experienced player or somebody that you think has a little bit of a clue in that game, because if they've got a dry ace 3, even with the pair, they should not be calling the turn. Do you know what I mean? Because you're either have ace 3 or you've got the nut flush, and they're basically they're going to have to call off 450 to win half of 300, right? So it's a 1 to 3 lay. So I like that play in theory. I've seen some really poor play from those types of players, though. But at the same time, though, Rick, right? Rick?
Yes.
You might 3/4 the guy anyways, though, because you have ace 6, right? You have ace 6-3, and he might have ace 3-5. So, some fold equity. You could have the best hand for 3/4 anyways. I like the play. So you pot?
Yeah, so I pot to 300, and he calls.
So villain. So what is he? You only have 150 left?
Yeah, 125, something like that. So at this point, I'm actually now a little worried because I figure the best I can do is chop.
Well, this is interesting. So the pot is going to be 6. What is it? 900?
Yeah.
And you have 125 left. So if the river came like a brick and he checked, I would just check back because I think you're probably. If you don't improve. Now, it's different from the turn because you can improve and you can sometimes have the best hand. Let me know what's the river.
The river is deuce of diamond.
Then I would definitely check back.
Yeah. So board pairs, player checks. With 125, figured there's no way he's going to fold. So I go ahead and check back. Mm-hmm. And you actually kind of predicted the villain I called my hand. I had pair of sixes, not low.
Right.
He shows ace three, five, king.
Right.
So actually, the pair of sixes is good for high when you top the low.
Right. I just think that the deuce is sort of interesting, actually, now at the end. Well, actually, let me think about this, Rich. This is interesting because you're so shallow. So let's assume that he always is going to have either a flush that he's not going to fold, like a flush and ace four, right, or he has ace three along with you. If he doesn't get it in on the turn, which means he doesn't have a flush and ace three, then the only thing that then it's hard for him to have a deuce. I guess he could have ace deuce three. These spots are so interesting because, I don't get to play this game all that often, but this sort of goes back. This is why we can learn from other poker games too. Kind of goes back to that couple hands ago with that guy who called in with the 8-6 or the pocket fours. Because you only have 125 behind, he's always going to call, right, with ace three. So maybe you would bet here. Maybe you could bet all in here. If you assume that he's going to get it in with ace three and a flush on the turn, then you're losing to a deuce and you're losing to a queen and ace three, and he's never folding. So it just becomes a question of, do you have the high? Can you three-quarter here more than 50% of the time, right? Because when you bet here all in on the river, it's just like betting into a dry side pot, right? Like you can take your showdown for the 900, or you're going to bet 125 into zero, right? What I mean is, like, you're not winning. I mean, you're betting 125 to win, 125 extra. So do you three-quarter him more than 50% of the time? And does he? That's really what the issue is here. It's probably pretty close. Why, are you kicking yourself that you didn't bet at the end?
No, I just when like I said, when he called flop, and then when I potted turn and he called, I figured there's no way I can have better than a chop at this. How can pair sixes be good for high? It turned out it was, but I was kind of stunned that all he had was the pair of fives and the low, because he's basically just calling for half.
Yeah, well, that doesn't stun me, or it doesn't stun anybody that plays in that game. I'm sure that's why the game is really profitable. And those guys play the high-low way, way worse than PLO high. The problem, and it's such a stupid structured game, people don't have any idea how big it is, right? It's 2-3-5 to bring in, right? You have to limp for 5. Right. And it's a 100 to 400 cap. The game should have a much higher cap, but I think they're trying to keep people in action, but it is.
I think the way it plays out, it's a 400 cap, but I think if you go broke, you can
buy for 600. Yeah, it's a really, really good game. Thanks for the call, Rick. Hey guys, if you like what you've seen here, please click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. And if you want to check out crushlivepoker.com for the first month free, use the code YTA200. Click on the link right there.